Over the last 4 weeks, I've been using myself as a human case study to see what happens when you don't exercise at all. So 4 weeks ago, I had hernia repair surgery, and the doctor told me that I really couldn't do any strenuous or vigorous exercise for the next 4 weeks after the surgery. So what I decided to do was to track what happens over the 4 week span that I'm not allowed to exercise. And I made a few notes and I've taken down a couple statistics. I did body composition measurements at the beginning of this journey and body composition measurements after the 4 weeks. We're gonna kind of compare what happened over 4 weeks of no exercise. These results are actually pretty shocking.
Measuring your weight, sole electrodes. The test is completed.
I've got the in-body test. It's a fairly accurate estimate of body composition using bioelectrical impedance. Beginning of this journey, so when I first measured on October 14th, I was 193.6 pounds. I had 102.5 pounds of skeletal muscle mass, and my percent body fat was about 8.6%. After the 4 weeks of no exercise, I am down to 186.3 pounds. I am down to 97.9 pounds of skeletal muscle mass, and my percent body fat has risen to 9.1%. My muscle mass has decreased by almost 5 pounds over the last 4 weeks. Things that I've also noted is that I've been paying attention to my Apple Watch numbers, and this number of steps that I took per day before was averaged around 9,500 steps a day. And after, it's averaged around 6,158 steps per day. And that's actually a very interesting statistic. You would think, like, without exercise, obviously the step count would decrease. But at the same time, the one exercise that I've been able to do is walk consistently. And so seeing that step count down is actually pretty interesting. And I think I have a hypothesis as to why that is, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Another statistics that I measured was my average resting heart rate over the week before I had the surgery, and then this last week that I haven't been able to exercise. And before the week before the surgery, my resting heart rate was at 53 beats per minute. And the last week that I have not been able to exercise, it was up to 58 beats per minute. So now my sleep numbers. So I use my Apple Watch to track my sleep measurements. It doesn't include the time in bed. Time in bed has stayed the same for both the before and the after at about 7.5 to 8 hours per night. And so my overall sleep count before the surgery was about 6.5 hours. And the last week that I have not been able to exercise is at 5.25 hours of sleep. Same time in bed, different quantities of overall sleep. And that's a very, very interesting measurement. I've noticed that my sleep quality hasn't been that great either. I've been waking up consistently. I just feel like I am struggling to fall asleep. And so it's very interesting to see what 4 weeks of no exercise has done. So those are kind of some of the written measurements. Some other things that I have taken note of are like the ways that I've been feeling internally, because that's not really something that I can measure. So I've had a huge decrease in motivation. I've noticed that my screen time on my phone has gone up significantly, mostly just on social media apps, mindlessly scrolling. My number of posts and the amount of content that I have created has not really increased significantly since this time before the surgery. So it's not like I'm creating anything on my phone. I'm usually just mindlessly scrolling. So my motivation has decreased significantly. I've noticed that my confidence has been a lot lower. I felt really negative about myself. I see myself in the mirror and I just feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller every day. And I guess with the decreases in muscle mass, I have been, but it shouldn't be that noticeable. Confidence is down. Even in social situations, like I had a final exam, I didn't feel comfortable. I felt a little anxious, and that's something that I've noticed that before I started my fitness journey was a huge problem for me. All right, that confidence in any situation with myself, in social scenarios, it doesn't matter. So my overall confidence, I feel like, has been lowered significantly. The next one I've noticed is stress, and that's not just because finals week is coming up for me and final exams, final projects, and everything like that, because I really don't have a tough semester in terms of final exams, final projects. I still have final exams and final projects, but they're not very big and the classes aren't super challenging for me. So I feel like I'm not stressed about that. I just feel like in general, I just feel really tense, really stressed. And so I would definitely attribute that to the lack of exercise. Other things that I've noticed, and I've never noticed this while I was exercising and staying very active, is I would get back pain since the time I haven't been exercising. So I think that's just from being sedentary, not really moving a whole lot. My lower back has been hurting. I've gotten some really bad neck pains, and I think that's due to poor posture for being at a desk all day or on my phone all day. So my neck has been hurting, my back has been hurting. The reason why I think I've lost a significant amount of weight, right? I've lost nearly 7 pounds. I think that's because I've lost a lot of my appetite. So I'm eating less, and that's why I'm losing weight. Obviously, I haven't been burning more calories. I think it's just my appetite, right? I really just haven't been eating as much because I just haven't been hungry. In terms of my mental well-being during this whole journey, obviously my confidence is kind of just plummeted since not being able to exercise. I've had periods within this 4-week time where I've just felt really negative and really down on myself. Like I said, that lack of motivation, that lack of confidence, everything just feels like it's weighing on me. I just feel like my body is deteriorating. I almost feel trapped, like I can't really do anything. It hasn't been the greatest on my mental well-being, but at the same time, I've been excited to get back into exercise, to get back moving. And I think all of this goes to show just how important exercise really is. I've always preached it, exercise is medicine. Exercise is so important for your body in terms of, both physical health and mental health, emotional health, things of that nature. But I didn't really realize the true impact until after I have, completed this entire journey. 4 weeks, no exercise. I've seen the numbers. I've seen how I felt. I've been keeping track of different data, been keeping track of how I've been feeling throughout this journey. Just never realized how big of an impact it would actually have. And so here we are. But that brings me to an exciting point. One, I'm extremely excited to get back into exercise, but two, I've decided to do it in a very special way. I've created a workout program for myself and designed for people who are getting back into exercise, or maybe who are beginners in exercise and want to reap the wonderful benefits that exercise has to give. And I've created a workout program. I call it the Resurgence Program, for getting back into it, for retaking and recontrolling your life and your health and your wellness. So I've created this program on the Train Heroic platform. And what it is essentially is it's starting at the basics, right? Just simple workouts, and then progresses gradually so that you can, feel comfortable at the beginning and really just develop a consistent routine. Another one of the benefits that this program has to offer is that through the app that it is delivered on, there is a community feature so everybody can, share their accomplishments, maybe share what obstacles they're facing, and also just feel like they're not alone in their fitness journey. Because one of the largest issues that I've seen from other people is just they either don't know how to do an exercise routine, or they feel like they don't have the support system necessary to accomplish their goals. And so that is exactly what I set out to do. I want to see people up and moving. I want people to be comfortable in the gym. I want people to build confidence, to build strength, to lose body fat, to be at a healthy state in their life. And so that's why I have developed the Resurgence workout program, so that we can all experience this fitness journey together. And I'm going to link that in the description here, and I'm going to continue to share more about that on my TikTok and my Instagram feed, and share my journey and my progress along the way. I wanted to make it as accessible as possible, so I made it for less than $1 a day for a workout program that has video demonstrations and descriptions of each exercise, the number of sets to do, the number of reps to do. It tracks your progress. Like I said, you get that community feature. And so I'm really excited about this, to see just how much progress we all can make together if we are one starting our fitness journey or getting back into a consistent fitness routine. So I hope that you guys will join me in this Resurgence workout program. Like I said, the link will be in the description below. While you guys are here, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you are new, to follow the progress and to see just what happens as we transform and pursue this fitness journey together. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to improve ourselves and get better 1% a day. Gradually, we're just going to make it. We're going to do great things. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for all the support, all the supportive messages. I thank you for supporting me along the way, following me, subscribing to my channels, all that kind of stuff. I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate all that you guys have done. So thank you. Let's get after it today. Demand excellence of yourself. Let's go. Let's get it. I'll see you guys next time.